Welcome to this Ranger Spring Training Live Interactive.
Hey everyone, welcome into day 3 of your 2020 Ranger Spring Training Interactive. We told you we'd be here all week long with you hosting. My name is Ryan King. We have our own people in Surprise, Arizona. Tobin, McDuff joining us once again. Tobin, just have to ask you, just like we did yesterday, how's it been going on? How are you doing today?
Hey, we're taking cover today because we have got a steady rain, and it's been raining just pretty much all day. They're still saying the game's going to start at 1 o'clock. At least that's the plan. If they were to have to start right now, it would not get underway.
Have they so as of right now, they still expect the game to go as planned? Nothing really too drastic just yet. Is there a certain time? Is it going to be just game time when they decide if the game's going to be canceled, moved, anything like that?
Yeah, they haven't given us any time frame as to when they would definitely cancel the game. I'm sure they want to do that before the Giants have to travel across. They've got about a 45-minute drive to get here, so they want to do that before the Giants have to depart.
Well, first of all, something we always want to look at in spring training, whether you're a fan of whatever team, it's always the whittling down of the rosters. A lot of guys get invited. Everyone's trying to make that major league roster. They can't all do it, though. What can you tell us about the guys who haven't made the cut yet, getting sent down to minors? What's that looking like?
Yeah, there were 7 players today that were sent to minor league camp. Probably the most significant name is Colby Allard, who came over here from the Braves organization, and Allard is looked at as the 6th starter for this team, and he was informed that, hey, if something happens to one of our starting rotation members, then you're going to be the first guy that we call. So, being sent to the minor league camp really isn't a bad thing for him necessarily. He is going to pitch for the Rangers on Friday, so he gets another look on Friday. Chris Woodward will be keeping a close eye on him for that. So that's probably the most significant name. DeMarcus Evans is one of the names that was sent to the minor league camp, who he was battling for a bullpen position. So that's a name that we'll probably keep an eye on this season at some point, being called up to the Rangers. And Joe Barlow was a guy that he mentioned about just the strides that he's made in spring training here. Another arm for the Rangers that we'll probably be keeping a close eye on.
Yeah, Tommy, you never want to get sent down to the minors. Everyone wants to make that major league roster. But having said that, I guess they're trying to make it more comfortable. What can you tell us about this new housing facility for the minor league guys, trying to make it not as much of a grind as maybe it was in these last few decades? What kind of amenity, how is this going to help those minor league guys?
Well, it's interesting. When we come out here, we typically stay at the Holiday Inn Express, and there are a lot of players that have been housed there over the past several years. And so we've seen a lot of those minor league players. Now they've built a beautiful facility across the street from the stadium here, and those minor league players stay over there, and they take care of them over there. They do things like they have cooking classes for them, so they're teaching them life skills as well for a lot of those young guys that come in here that are 18 to 21 years old. So it's a beautiful facility, and I think the Rangers are looking at that as something positive for them, because hey, they can keep an eye on them. They have places over there where they can have meetings. It's a beautiful facility, and it'll benefit them down the road.
A lot of guys trying to make the team right now, whether it's for the first time, solidifying a spot once again. But someone who's definitely pretty confident they're going to make the team this year has got to be Kluber, one of the bigger names, especially of guys coming in, getting the start tonight. He didn't play most of last year with an injury. We're going to see one of his first games in action tonight. What have you really seen from him around spring training? What are the Rangers wanting to see out of him tonight, and what he can bring to this team?
Yeah, well, hopefully he does get that start today, but we'll have to wait and see if the rain lets up and allows him to do so. But, he's expected to be their ace. I mean, they're looking for him as an ace, and last year, the Rangers just did not have the depth in the starting rotation. They had Lynn and Minor, and then it was, cross your fingers and hope you can outslug the other team. So this year, they've added a 2-time Cy Young Award winner in Corey Kluber. That gives you a solid 3 pitchers in your rotation. And hopefully the 4 and 5 guys can step up a little bit as opposed to what happened last year. But one of the things that Chris Woodward said this morning is that, Corey Kluber, his nickname is Klubot. He's very even-tempered. Doesn't get high, doesn't get low, loves the game of baseball, loves to talk strategy. And I asked him if he did that with the young pitchers as well, and he said, yeah. He said the young pitchers, I think, were a little bit intimidated by Corey Kluber at first when he came here, but as spring training progresses, they've kind of seen, he's approachable. They can go up and talk to him, and he loves to talk baseball. So hopefully he benefits some of those younger pitchers, that are competing for spots as well.
Definitely can be a great pitcher for him. Definitely can be that mentor. This might be an obvious answer, but with the injury he suffered last year and just how long it's been since he's really pitched at least a full season, but even consistently, is there any worry about that with the Rangers? Are they looking at that right now, just seeing how his body can hold up when they get through a few games, get through a couple months of play?
No, Ryan, I think that's a good question, and right now they think that he is 100% ready to go, that they don't see any restrictions on him once the season gets underway. They're going to build that arm ready to go, and come opening day, we'll see if he's the opening day starter. Chris Woodward yesterday said they haven't made that decision yet, but they do plan on making that announcement fairly soon as to who will be the starting day pitcher. But yeah, I don't see any restrictions on Corey Kluber once we hit opening day.
Definitely the Rangers and the Rangers faithful hoping that he'll be good to go all season long. But when we're talking about injuries, just like we have the last couple days, we'd be Maris, and we didn't bring up Willie Calhoun, what he's been going through. Has there been any sort of update there with we know we told you yesterday they're expecting him back quicker than they even thought what he would originally be out for, but what have you heard in the last 24 hours about his condition?
Yeah, they're still optimistic that, we don't know about baseball activities yet, but they do expect him back earlier than what a lot of people feared. He is expected to be released from the hospital today. Swelling is, really minor, so that's a good sign. He's communicating and talking with teammates and manager as much as he can. He's not being able to talk very easily with, the metal plate that they've inserted. But he is communicating with them. So, yeah, all things are as positive as can be from what happened.
You mentioned Corey Kluber coming in. He can be a mentor for a lot of guys. And then trying to get, Willie's one of the younger stars on the team. They always want him to get mentored, be the future of this. But what can you tell us? We heard some rumors about a couple of former Rangers maybe dropping by. What can you tell us about that? What are they? What have you seen out there at camp? What can they bring?
Yeah, Michael Young is in camp right now, and it's always neat to have some of these players that are established and they know they've been there, done that, talked to them, and then I didn't talk to him all that much, but I said hi to Pudge Rodriguez this morning, and he's in camp as well, and so he'll be talking with some of these players, maybe mentoring, giving some words to Sam Huff, the number 2 prospect in the Rangers organization, as well as talking with Robinson Chirinos and Jeff Mathis as well. But I think just having their presence here for some of these younger guys gives them a little extra motivation, that's for sure.
It definitely makes sense, like you said, mentoring the guys that are going to be on the team, but when you have so many of the minor league guys here around, it just makes sense to bring in those guys that were successful for so long to help them out, as well as their teammates that are going to set them up. But Tobin, we appreciate it once again. We'll see you tomorrow like we have the last couple days. And for all of you at home, we appreciate you joining Day 3 of your 2020 Rangers Spring Training Interactive. And don't forget, tomorrow, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, same place, we'll be back with more of the Rangers Spring Training Interactive. Thanks for joining us.